Welcome back. We've got Mr. Dennis Amakre joining us now. Good morning, and thank you for joining us today.
Good morning.
I'm wondering, that kind of scenario, while you are an operative, did you carried out such, didn't you? I mean, while you served?
Well, it's a very funny one, but it reveals a lot of things. A lot of things in our Nigerian way. Because first of all, a hotel was sealed off, and that hotel belongs to the former governor's wife. And now he felt that he has the power. It's above the law to go and unseal it. And in that process, now the courtesies that would have been given to him were thrown away because they actually arrested him because I can see him go into a Hilux. You know, I don't think that was the car he came with to the station.
So that is significant.
Yeah, it's very, very significant because these are courtesies as a former governor. Courtesy should be given to him, but he has given away that courtesy, whereby they have to bundle him into a Hilux and then, of course, take him to their headquarters to find out what actually happened.
So if they were to accord him those courtesies, how would they have played out?
Well, he could have been invited or told to come on his own cognizance to the station or whatever. They should not even start arguing there, degenerating to the level of, do you know me, who are you, and who are you, kind of thing, you know. It brings in the Nigerian situation where people who are either been in government or in high offices feel that they are above the law. And I think it should not happen like that.
You know, sometimes this kind of things are the kind of thing, I mean, my colleagues were talking about. How do you conduct yourself in a way that doesn't pitch security agents against parties? Because something you can't rule out politics from some of these things. Because, I mean, the background is that there was a commission of inquiry that was set up by the former governor. And then, eventually, this government is carrying out that report. They said they invited the former governor and his agent. While Emeka Hejia was there, his government set that up. So now that security agencies have come in here, you know the impression people get sometimes that whichever government is in power, they could leverage on security to do their bidding. Do you in any way think that that cannot play out here, or we've seen elements of that playing out here?
Yes, this is why I will not support the way that some people are asking for the state police to happen. Because they believe that the police is there for them to use. And the police is supposed to be an appendage of government house. And this is not how it should be, because as far as I'm concerned, if we have state police now, they are going to look at the case for what it is. No matter what the governor, the sitting governor will say. There is a sealed place and nobody should unseal it. So you go in there as a law enforcement person to enforce that law. It is not because governor sent me, you know. So these are lessons that I think we should learn. The police itself have to be very careful, because when they start to get in that thin line between politics and their real job, it could mean something else.
So is that a support from you for state police?
Oh, I've always supported state police, and I hope we will get it soon, because this thing has been lingering for too long.
Because some people think, wait a minute, if that happened, and you're saying that if we had state police, they will look at it for what it is. And they thought, how is that going to happen? Because if the governor is there and he said, listen, this is state police, and I'm the chief security officer of this state, I want you to look into that matter. Will they look the other way?
That's what I said earlier. The governor is free. Of course, he's the governor. He can tell the security agencies that, please, this is a problem I want you to look at. But the police itself should look at it based on law.
Oh, okay.
not on, because they are law enforcement, not political enforcers. So that's a fine line. And when a state police is created, the state police should be given the guidelines of what their responsibilities are, which laws they are supposed to enforce, excluding whatever political, law or favors that any politician will bring to them.
It was saying like even though we have everyone is interested in state police, as it were, it's in a long way to come. But there's something that you said earlier about some persons posing seemingly to be above the law.
Yes.
I mean, with the kind of action that we have seen, perhaps suggests that as well.
Yes.
What, in your opinion, should be done about such things? Because it would seem like that doesn't seem like it's ending anytime soon.
Well, the rule of law is what makes a society to progress. And strong institutions that will not look, or, justice itself is blind. You saw that. Okay, so we are not going to be looking at people's faces or affiliations, So when there is an infraction, and law enforcement should go ahead and do their job, and that's what we are hoping for in Nigeria.
Okay, but what about those operatives we saw hooded? Is that the new norm now? Because, what should we expect?
I don't think
as
those
citizens?
people were operatives. I try to look at him very well, but the guy looks like he was with the former governor. So I don't know whether he's a vigilante or he's a bodyguard, maybe a private bodyguard of the former governor.
Let's see if the tape will get there. So
Yes.
that's him. There you go. Look at that.
Because
But
the
he's
guy...
clad, isn't he dressed in security?
No, he's dressed, well, he has some kind of beaded jacket that he's wearing, a fake bulletproof jacket that he's wearing. And, of course, he was accompanying, look at him, right there, with the governor. So I believe strongly that he might be a vigilante or a personal bodyguard of the former governor.
Well, it's interesting to see what is going on in in Imo State. I'm wondering, if we'll be able to get more insight on the matter. Well, I will speak to our producers on the matter. I know that there are people who also have, one or two things to say. But while that is going on, did you see any reason? Because some people are saying imputing motives into, what has transpired there. Your initial reading, when you saw an aide of the current governor, patting the former governor on the back, what did you make of that language? Did you think that there was more to this, politically speaking, other than just the fact that the ex-governor had breached a property which had been confiscated by the Imo State government?
I think that, it came to the level where an aide of the present governor, who in normal circumstances wouldn't have even touched the former governor, is now patting him in the back as if, the body language is telling us that we're on the same pedestal now, take it easy. And then it degenerated where that same person was exchanging that who are you and who are you kind of conversation. So I think some persons there, especially the former governor, must have lost a lot of his, should I say, personality to this particular brouhaha.
So,
What is your, I mean, my colleague Ayo was asking the spokesperson of the police what the outcomes could be, what the possible outcomes could be from such a saga. What are your thoughts, even though we heard that the senator was released last night by the police, for it to have taken that long, first and foremost, says something. But they say they're investigating. You know, what do you think could be the outcome of their investigation? Can you paint some scenarios for us?
Yeah, I heard about that possible scenario from Ayo. But I think the main scenario that we could get would be an amicable settlement. No serious crime was committed. So, and being a former governor, I think they could sit around and don't do it again, a pat on the hand. And I think it should end like that.
It is very difficult to imagine what's going on between two, you know, stalwarts, so to speak, of the APC, because let's not forget that the current governor is of the APC, the senator also is of the APC as well. And then, you know, people will be asking a number of questions. Do you get any sense that, you know, these members of one political party are truly from the same political party? Or do you think that, you know, past political animosities are also coming to play here?
I think there are past political animosities that, just like you said, that are coming to play here. And then, of course, one of the major ones that we're seeing here is where I think they are trying to tell the governor, the former governor, that when he was in office, he had immunity. And now that he's out, he's a senator now, doesn't carry that immunity any longer. You know, so it still comes down to the rule of law, where no matter who you are, you should be under the rule of law.
All right. So under the rule of law, why would you be looking for a political settlement?
Well, I think, you know, like in Nigeria, I've always said that it's a family issue. This particular situation has not degenerated to a serious crime being committed. So I still believe that, you know, it will be settled amicably.
okay, well, having seen how all of this is playing out, I mean, we also did say the role of security agents will be very important here. We also did advise that, look, young people there have got to be really cautious, not to allow themselves to be used as cannon fodder here. But what kind of actions do you expect the police to take such that this does not degenerate into persons or parties taking laws into their hands?
Well, police will always want to, like I said earlier, stick to the law. Law enforcement. Don't play politics with it. If when you are sticking to the law, it gets to a certain level and political authority have to come in to intervene, then you can allow that to happen. But initially, I think sticking to the law is best, whereby they will not start accusing the police as being biased to one side or the other.